to everyone. Today we are going to have a important discussion on Bhagavad Gita and caste system. What Bhagavad Gita says about caste system, that is mainly we are going to deal with the debunking of caste misconceptions. Many of us misunderstood that caste system is from Vedic age. No, it is not correct. Now let us look into the aspects what it says about caste system or formation of the societies from Vedic period. The Varna system, as originally conceived in Hindu philosophy, has long been subject to deep misunderstanding and misrepresentation. Central to this debate is Bhagavad Gita, the sloka 1.13, where Lord Krishna introduces the fourfold Varna framework, not as a tool of birth-based hierarchy, but as a functional structure rooted in Guna, that is inherent qualities, and Karma, that is actions or deeds. Yet over centuries, this dynamic spiritual concept was rigidly reduced to an oppressive caste hierarchy, overshadowing its true essence. Krishna's declaration affirms that one's social role should reflect one's inner attributes and actions, not one's birth. Ancient Indian society, at its ideal, recognized this. Spiritual elevation and transformation were open to all, as seen in the lives of sages like Valmiki and Vishwamitra and ministers like Vidura. Unfortunately, distortion crept in due to social power struggle, ignorance of scriptures, colonial interventions, and linguistic loss of sacred texts like Sanskrit. The result was a rigid caste system at odds with dharmic values. This present discussion aims to reclaim the original intent of the Varna system, drawing from spiritual evidence, historical examples, and modern success stories to show how Guna and Karma, not Janma, that is birth, determine one's true standing. Though this reinterpretation, we can pave the way for a more just as a harmonious society aligned with the Krishna's timeless wisdom in the Gita. The concept of Varna in Bhagavad Gita has been widely misunderstood and misinterpreted over centuries. Many believe the caste system in India was sanctioned by Hindu scriptures and that is widely rigidly based on birth. However, Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita in 4.13 clearly states that Varna is based on Guna, that is qualities, and Karma, that is on actions, not by birth. One of the sloka clearly mentions about the formation of the human societies. The sloka reads like this: Chaturvarnyam maya spastam ganakarma vibhagasha tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avavyavam. The interpretation or the translation of this sloka clearly mentions, I have created the fourfold Varna system according to the division of Gunas and Karma, that is qualities and actions. Though I am its creator, know me to be the non-doer and unchangeable. This verse explicitly states that Varna is determined by qualities and deeds rather than by birth. Unfortunately, over time, misinterpretations and social distortions have led to an oppressive caste hierarchy that contradicts the true essence of Hindu philosophy. Meaning and interpretation of the sloka from Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvanyam maya sristam. It means Lord Krishna stated that he created the four Varnas as a framework for social organization based on different types of work and material inclinations. Guna karma vibhagasya. The meaning of this sentence is the division is based on qualities, mental, ethical, and physiological attributes, and karma, deeds, work, and profession, not on birth. Kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avavyam. The meaning of this sentence is though Krishna set up this system, he remains detached, indicating that the system should function naturally, not as a rigid institution. Now let us look into the original fourfold Varna system and their qualities. Based on Gunas and Karma, the Bhagavad Gita classified societies into four functional groups, that is, Brahmanas, intellectual and spiritual class; dominant Guna, that is, Sattva, purity, wisdom, self-control, and knowledge seeking; Karma, teaching, guiding, performing rituals, and preserving sacred knowledge. The best example for this intellectual and spiritual class of people are Rishi Vasishtha and Adi Shankara. Second one is the Kshatriyas, warriors and administrators. Dominant Guna, Rajas, courage, leadership, strength, and righteousness. Their karma is protection, governance, justice, and defense. The best example for these Kshatriyas are Sri Rama, Arjuna, and Emperor Ashoka. The third category is Vaishyas, that is, the traders and agriculturists. Dominant Guna, Rajas, and some Sattva, that is, enterprises, productivity, resourcefulness. Their karma is business, trade, agriculture, cattle rearing. Example are Sudama, a Vaishya devotee of Krishna; Dhanvantri, that is a physician in Ayurveda, are the best example of Vaishyas who performed their karmas according to the Bhagavad Gita's classification. Sudras, service providers and laborers. Having dominant Guna, Tamas, that is patience, diligence, and hard work and support. Their karmas are various forms of skilled and unskilled labor, craftsmanship, service to society. The best example for these Sudras are Vidura, that is wise minister of Dhritarashtra from Mahabharata. Though born in a servant caste, he has performed his karmas according to the Purusha Sukta. This structure was meant to create a functional and complementary society, not a hierarchy of superiority or inferiority. The Bhagavad Gita 18.41 to 44 further explains how Varna is determined. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras are categorized based on the natural qualities, that is, Gunas, and actions, that is, Karma. Now, let me read the four slokas from Bhagavad Gita from 41 to 44. Brahmana Kshatriya Visam Srudranam cha Parantapa Karmani Pravibhaktani Sabhava Prabhavai Gunaihe. Another sloka from Bhagavad Gita 18.42 reads like this: Samodama Stapa Chaucham Shanti Rajyavamevacha Jnanam Vijnanamastikam Brahma Karma Sabhavajam. Another sloka reads like this: Sauryam Tejo Dhruti Tatsham Yuddhe Chapalasyayanam Jnanami Swarakchavacha Kshatram Karma Sabhavajam. The 44th sloka reads like this: Kushi Gorachivanicham Vaisyam Karmam Sabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karmam Sudrasyapi Sabhavajam. So, Bhagavad Gita clearly explains about the Purusha Suktas and their karmas. All the people from all over the world know about Bhagavad Gita, what it says. Not only on Purusha Sukta, but the entire way of life a human being has to lead. Now, let us analyze these four slokas. The Brahmins must exhibit Sattva Guna, that is purity, knowledge, and self-discipline, and engage in teaching, worship, and knowledge dissemination. A Kshatriya must have Rajho Guna, that is valor leadership, and engage in protection and governance. A Vaishya must have a mix of Rajo and Tamo Guna, that is initiative, business sense, and engage in trade and agriculture. A Shudra with predominant Tamo Guna serves society with practical and skilled labor. Now let us look into the evidences against the birth-based caste system in Hindu scriptures. Many examples from Hindu scriptures demonstrate that Varna was fluid and based on qualities and actions, not on by birth. Rishi Valmiki, a Shudra by birth, a Brahmin by karma. Rishi Valmiki, who was initially a hunter and a dacoit, transformed into a great sage through his spiritual practices and devotion. His story highlights how actions and transformation determines one's varna. Vishwamitra, a Kshatriya by birth, a Brahmin by attachment. Born as a Kshatriya, Vishwamitra became a Brahmin. Through intense penance and self-discipline, his story proves that varna is not fixed by birth, but by spiritual and intellectual evolution. Karna from Mahabharata denied Brahmin status despite learning from Parshurama. Karna's life in Mahabharata is often cited as an example of caste-based discrimination. However, a deeper analysis shows that it was his reception rather than his birth that led to Parshurama's curse. This underscores that Varna is based on truth and righteousness, not on lineage. Vidura, though was born to a servant woman, he was one of the wisest ministers in Kauravas Mahasabha. In Mahabharata, it clearly mentions about Vidura's important role as an assistant for Dhritarashtra. Finally, Lord Krishna himself, born in a Yadava community that is classified as a Sudra, he imparted the highest knowledge of the Gita for us. Now let us look into the modern examples of success beyond birth-based caste. To relate the concept to present generations, we can take examples from modern society where individuals have risen to top positions based on the skills and qualities. Sundara Pichaiya, CEO of Google, born into a non-Brahmin family in Tamil Nadu, he achieved global recognition through intellectual and effort. Satya Nadella, CEO Microsoft, an Indian leader in the tech industry, proving that success is determined by skills, not by caste. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India, from a humble background, he became the missile man of India and respected leader. E. Sridharan, Metro Man of India, a visionary engineering from a non-Brahmin background who revolutionized Indian transport and infrastructure facilities. K.K. Venugopal, former Attorney General of India, a top legal expert, proving that merit shapes one's destiny not by birth. Now let us see how the caste system became rigid and corrupt over a period of time. Over centuries, the original Varna system has distorted due to political control and dominance by certain groups, loss of knowledge of Sanskrit leading to misinterpretations, British colonial policies that reinforced rigid caste divisions in census classification, social practices that encouraged discrimination contrary to Vedic principles. Now let us look into the relevance of the Gita's teachings in the modern age. The Gita's teaching on Guna and Karma remain relevant in today's professional and ethical world. A teacher, a scientist, a scholar, irrespective of birth, follows the Brahmana Guna. A soldier, police officer, or administrators embodies the Kshatriya Guna. Entrepreneur, businessman, and academics represents the Vaishya Guna. Workers, technicians, and artisans play a role as akin to Sudras, contributing essential skills to society. Now, let us have a look into the needs for social and educational reforms. To dismantle caste based discrimination and modern societies should promote education and awareness of Bhagavad Gita true meaning. Encourage Guna and Karma based on career choice rather than caste based restrictions. Foster intercaste harmony and equality in spiritual and social spaces. Implement merit based opportunities in jobs, education, and governance. Now, let us look into the important aspects of relevance of Bhagavad Gita to modern society. Education and occupation over birth. In today's world, individuals choose their profession based on education and skills, which align with the Gita's view of Varna system. Breaking social barriers, many successful individuals have risen beyond birth-based identities, proving that Guna and Karma determine one's role in society. True equality, respecting every role in society and eliminating discrimination, aligns with Krishna's teaching of Dharma. Before concluding, let us review the entire discussion which we have made so far. In conclusions, we can say living the true essence of Varna Dharma. As we revisit Bhagavad Gita 4.13 sloka, a profound truth emerges, one that is both timeless and deeply transformative. Varna is determined not by birth but by a person's inherent qualities and conscious actions. This understanding dismantles the popular myth that the Gita supports caste discrimination. Instead, it offers a vision of a spiritual meritocracy where anyone, through discipline, wisdom, and service, can rise to the highest spiritual and social stature. Scriptures and epics gave us countless examples of those who transcended birth to attain greatness. Valmiki, a former dacoit and turned sage; Vishwamitra, a Kshatriya who became Brahmarshi; and Vidura, born of a servant but revered for his wisdom. These stories illuminate the Gita's core message. It is a Guna and Karma, not lineage, that define our path and purpose. In today's world, this ancient wisdom is more relevant than ever. Modern role models, from scientists and technologists to spiritual leaders and reformers, reflect how one's destiny is shaped by efforts, ethics, and inner calling, not inherited status. The Gita challenges us to rise above labels, dissolve artificial boundaries, and live a life of dharma rooted in service, truth, and knowledge. Through education, introspection, and righteous action, we can correct historical wrongs and build a future where Krishna's vision of divine social harmony becomes a lived reality. The key takeaway of this discussion is caste by birth is a misconception. Varna is based on guna, that is, qualities, and karma and actions. Ancient sages and leaders changed their varna through their efforts and wisdom. The Bhagavad Gita promotes equality, ethical living, and rigid social divisions. In modern society, education and merit align more with Krishna's teachings than caste by birth. By understanding and applying this wisdom, we can able to build a society based on justice, equality, and true dharma. Dharma rakshita rakshitaha, dharma protects who protect it. Thank you very much for your kind hearing. I request you to forward this a piece of discussion to your students, scholars, colleagues, and group people to know more about the importance of Bhagavad Gita, what it says on caste system, that is borrowed from Purusha Sukta. This lecture comes under Vedic anthropology. Please subscribe this channel to know more about ethnic cultures of India and also Hindu Vedic cultures. Hope we will meet you in another discussion. Thank you very much. Thank you.